We're gonna spin to win. We're gonna spin to win. Holy, oh my god. All right, hang on. So, Neuvillette, as we know, the Hydro Dragon Daddy, his charged attack is his water gun, his Blastoise Pokemon moment, right? We all know this. But there were some tricks that you could use to like increasing your mouse DPI, some settings on mobile, I believe, that could turn him into basically, you could do DPS tick damage on every character around you. Basically. So he could attack everyone simultaneously all the time. Yeah, look at the old versus new. This was the change that they made. This was the change that they made, okay? As we can see, the old versus new is considerably different. People would not have had an issue with this if it was, you know, a day one sort of patch fix for his character. The problem with this, you know, update is that it happened 7 months after he had been released, and like people have mentioned, he just recently had a rerun banner. He recently had a rerun banner and it still wasn't fixed after that. So why now all of a sudden did they decide to change it at this point? It's really not like Hoyo to go back and retroactively quote-unquote fix characters this late into the game. And this, of course, sparked absolute outrage over the CN community, okay? Absolute outrage over the CN community, alright? They were making videos like crazy. They were absolutely going nuts, slandering Hoyoverse for changing their Hydro Dragon Daddy. And to be honest, I feel like they had a right to kind of say this. Like, hey, you can't just change your character like this 7 months down the line, all right? The problem is, when the CN community get riled up about something when it comes to Hoyoverse and Gacha, they go crazy. They go absolutely like balls to the wall, like shitting on everything, okay? So it got even worse. They didn't just make videos. They didn't just complain. They started to turn to the government and file consumer reports. You know, because obviously this character is now not playing as intended. They claim that his spin to win trick became part of his kit, and changing so retroactively is, you know, not a good thing. And people would want, like, you know, a Reaver, give us back. We don't want Neuvillette anymore. But it got even worse. It got even worse. Not only did they make videos, not only did they complain to the CN government and start to threaten to file, you know, false advertising, consumer reports sort of thing. They went all the way, where is it? They went all the way to start doxing the devs who made the change to Neuvillette's kit. A sus nameless claiming these are the people who nerfed Neuvillette on CN internet. Workers may possibly be doxed, so I'll not put the name list here. But they started to outright dox the devs who may have made the change. Which is insane. This is absolutely like insane behavior from any community. People puts genuine lives at risk. Like, we don't know who like idiot out there might actually go and like try and find these people and do something to them. Like, it's not cool. It's really not nice. And it's just, yeah, no, absolutely not. Roll back. Fix to abnormal rotation speed for Neuvillette's charged attack. Dear travelers, after the version 4.8 update, we have been paying close attention to the feedback regarding the new version, of which includes the fix to abnormal rotation speed for Neuvillette's charged attack. After reading through all your feedback, we truly understand everyone's concerns. We are sincerely sorry that this fix has resulted in an unsatisfactory experience for our travelers, and we realize that no matter what the original intention was, modifications to any release characters would hurt the trust and support that our players have given us. Thus, we would like to sincerely apologize to all of you. We'll go through the rest of this, but essentially what they've done is they've given people a free 10 pull because of this drama. Which is insane. They've given a free 10 pull for this rollback change. Which is insane considering for the anniversary they give far less. So this just goes to show just how much of a pull the CN community has had on Mihoyo for this. Hoyo W? Is it though? Is this actually a Hoyo W? Is this a devs listen moment, or is this a devs, you know, worried that they're gonna get sued moment? We're gonna have a look. After the fix went live and travelers experienced it firsthand, players provided a lot of feedback regarding the fix. Yeah, a lot of feedback, guys. They gave a lot of feedback. I don't know about you, but the CN gave a lot of feedback, man. A lot of feedback. All right. Some travelers mentioned that using Novelet's charge attack now felt more clunky, which was indeed an oversight on our part. Therefore, after gathering and compiling feedback from travelers, we have decided to roll back this fix in a subsequent update and issue a compensation of Primo Gems times 1,600, a full 10 pull, to travelers accordingly. Please stay tuned for further notices regarding the specific update schedule and issuance of compensation. We once again sincerely apologize to all of the travelers. We thank you for your support. It is because of you all that Genshin Impact has come this far. Oh, is it? That's why you treat your players like shit. Got it. In future updates, we will be more cautious in decisions related to content that has been released to provide the best possible gaming experience for travelers. It blows my mind, okay? Absolutely blows my mind. They gave a full 10 pull! Again, for Hoyoverse standards, a 10 pull is the equivalent of the world ending. They have to fix it. That's the only way to kind of calm people down. 10 pull equals we were threatened. Exactly. You have to threaten Hoyoverse with doxing and the safety of your staff.
That is not true.
You have to threaten Hoyoverse with doxing and whatever in order for them to give the communities 10 pulls for shit that happened. Which is wild and should not be the norm. It should not be the norm. My fear is this is sets a really bad precedent, and it will allow people from the CN community, or anyone else for that matter, at this point to be like, oh, the only way for the devs to listen to us is to literally threaten them. And now, every time something happens that people don't like, what's gonna happen? They're gonna start threatening lives of real people. That's not okay. This sets a really bad precedent. Like, I'm glad they issued compensation, but issuing this much compensation for what has happened sets a hugely troublesome precedent for the community, that it's okay to threaten because you'll get something out of it like this. This is not how you, it's like, you know, when you're a parent and you have a child, right? Or maybe you have a dog. I'm not comparing children to dogs, but if you have a dog, right? If you reinforce bad behavior, it's gonna keep happening, okay? I fully understand compensating for the nerf, but compensating this much, which is out of the ordinary for them, is just gonna make people do this more. Every single issue that happens, we're gonna see people start doxing and threatening, which is my worry. What has just recently been an issue in the Genshin community and in the Western audience? What has recently happened? The huge and ridiculous amounts of backlash about the new Natlan update. You know, the whole skin tone debacle, right? The whole skin tone issue. The fact that, you know, Natlan, this place based on countries, areas, and locations where people have skin tones other than white. Holy God. Imagine that. Imagine there are more skin tones than like white, pale, and cream and beige. You know? Isn't that crazy? And Hoyoverse failed to give any sort of like recognition to this. Any sort of recognition to this. People have been, in Western audiences, have been stating their pieces. The voice actors even came out to talk about, you know, the issues regarding the recent, you know, almost, you know, pointing fingers at Hoyo, being like, this is kind of not okay. This is kind of not cool. You should have like at least some level of representation for people of color in your game, right? Like at least some, especially when it comes to a place like Natlan. Like give like just a crumb of representation, Hoyo, please. Which I think is a very fair comment to make. I think it's very fair to be like, hey, we're taking influences from all these cultures, but when it comes to skin tone, nah. When it comes to skin tone, we're not gonna, you know, we're not gonna do it. Sorry, oopsie. Why? Because the CN community doesn't particularly care. There are some people in the CN community who have stood up about this, absolutely. But on the whole, It doesn't have the same kind of outrage as, you know, the Nouvellette drama. And it goes to show that Hoyoverse does not give a flying F about the Western community. They will see the drama that's surrounding it, but they won't engage. They won't address it. They won't make any comments about it. They will only make comments when it comes to the CN outrage, which is nuts. If you don't subscribe right the heck now, then I'm going to be cutting off your PP inches during the night. I stream almost every single day on Twitch. My links are down below. I can't wait to see you join the Gooner Gang. I'll see y'all losers later. Peace.